Getting better and getting pucks deep, putting the puck deep.
Put pucks in deep.
He's chipping pucks, he's getting pucks deep.
Getting a lot of pucks deep. Getting pucks deep.
Just put the puck deep.
Getting pucks out. Getting pucks deep.
Get pucks deep, wear them down.
Get pucks in.
Pucks in.
Pucks in deep.
Puck deep. Pucks deep. Keep getting pucks deep and, deep.
Yeah. Come on, Allie. Is this we'll start early.
What's happening?
This is what we call the intro.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pucks and Deep podcast. I'm Brown Vetchkin.
This is gay as shit.
This is so
Brown Vetchkin is gay as shit.
bad. All right. So, as you see, we're not in our normal studio this time. We're here in literally our mom's basement because we got so many comments about it that we're absolute bums here. But yeah, we're going to do some shorter episodes now because it's the summer. There's less going on now. But to start off, I wanted to just say I'm the one that knows the most puck out of all you guys because I chose the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. Led by Conn Smythe winner Samuel Bennett.
Yes.
I mean, he scored.
I'll give a hand to Sam Bennett. Yeah.
Deserving. Flames legend.
I'll give him
Deserving
his credit.
team.
I think Sam Bennett might be the best player in the world right now.
Might be.
Yeah.
It's close to it.
Like, honestly, he just has the grit that McDavid doesn't.
Yeah.
Sam Reinhart's better than all of them. 4 goals in a cup clinching game.
I thought
Two of them were empty nets. They don't fucking count.
4 goals.
You gotta be
that's
up by
impressive.
enough goals to get empty nets. Of course they fucking count.
Exactly.
So,
Empty net merchant. Yeah, you fucking empty net merchant.
Still scored twice as many goals as you. Actually, more than twice as many goals as you this year, Fatty.
I want to know your guys' opinion on the Stanley Cup Finals. How do you think it went? And honestly, a lot of people have been talking about this being the change for hockey and the way the game is going to change towards the way the Florida Panthers play and bringing physicality back. What do you guys think about that?
Please.
Every team that's won the cup has had some level of physicality like that.
But the Florida Panthers,
do it on a
Yeah,
different
but
level.
right?
they're
Like
fleecing.
the modern day.
They're fleecing
Raleigh
other
Bulls.
GMs.
That is the other thing.
They are.
Also, okay,
trades.
I know I've complained about the tax situation, but I'd like to apologize because Bill Zito is actually an incredible GM.
Why do I have 2 mismatching socks?
This guy.
Sorry, my brain went to fucking...
This guy is so challenged. But like, you look at like Sam Reinhart for Devin Levi in a first, Sam Bennett for a second. Like, incredible deals. You can't
It turned
blame
out
it on
they
the
could've
salary
been bummed.
cap.
To be fair, at the time of the Sam Bennett trade, a second was about what his value was. He wasn't performing well.
Yeah,
in
but
Calgary.
Yeah,
Finds
thanks
these
to fucking
undervalued
Calgary's development.
I'm still shocked.
Let's stick him on the
Oh my
fourth
God.
line when he's selected 4th overall.
I'm shocked Sutter didn't bring out the best in him because he seems like such a Sutter guy.
Stick him on the 4th line.
No
He's
one.
4th overall.
It is a miracle that anyone played well under Sutter. That guy
2-time Stanley Cup
drove the team
champion.
into the ground. He drove the Flames
He
into the
had
ground.
one
He was
good
good
year.
for the.
He won.
What happened? What happened the following
Drove
summer?
us in the ground. Our players left.
Because they didn't want to play for him.
I beg to differ.
That was a big part of what it was.
At least from
What would
what
you-
From what
I
I've
remember.
heard.
Where's your sources?
I've heard comments from.
Guys, we got Elliot Friedman right here. Shut up.
I think I heard it from Puck Empire right
Okay,
after he
so
left. to
is
be
there
honest
anything
with
else you guys want to say about the Stanley Cup Finals?
First 3 games were fun, and then I found it just boring.
First 4 games were fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
game 5.
I didn't watch Game 4.
Game 5 was.
I was at work.
5 and
Game
6
5 and
were
6 were
horrible.
just, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like game
watch
6.
5 or 6.
Well, I mean, I really enjoyed game 6. For purely because I knew how much Edmonton fans were crying. But other than
You're
that,
a bandwagon, buddy.
shut the
Maybe
fuck up.
I would defend an Oiler fan over a bandwagon.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest, I stopped
Kyle over
watching because
Kyle? Yeah.
I'm just ready for
Really?
Jets hockey again. I'm bored of every other team.
Okay, is that all we have to say about the
No,
Stanley Cup Finals?
You watch other teams?
No, he doesn't.
I pretty much only watch
Can
the
you stop stroking my foot with your foot, Parker? Thank you.
My bad.
This is such a professional podcast.
Jets. We're killing it.
We're sitting in the basement, though.
Where would you rank this champion amongst other champions in the last 15 years? Since 2010.
Oh, that's a good one.
I say these Florida Panthers beat any of the teams in the best of
Yeah, I
seven.
would
I'd say
too.
so, too.
I would too.
I think a couple of those, like that 2013 Hawks team.
Yeah,
can
I was
make
going
it
to say, the
close.
only team that
Make it
in my
close,
opinion,
yeah.
that would be close to be the Hawks, and then maybe the 22 Avs, because they were pretty fucking...
I'd say 21 Tampa over the Avs.
Oh, the Avs?
Yeah, 21 Tampa I think was better than the Avs.
Matt Vasilevsky
They lost
was
a lot of good
demon.
pieces in that offseason too.
And Vasilevsky
They-
lost his
incredible.
Stanley Cup final touch in 2022.
Incredible. So I think 21 Tampa, and yeah, again, the Hawks dynasty, they're probably the only 2 teams that I can see like touching
Yeah.
it. Another great
Jordan
champion.
Biddington.
Or let me just say, another great champion, totally unrelated at all. But 2011 Boston was an incredible team.
That was a really good team. Genuinely was.
They
were
by far were better than their opponents. Like miles better. The other team didn't
Well, they were
deserve it at
so
all.
gritty.
So gritty. Well, I mean, Vancouver showed their grit just in the streets afterwards.
Actually, and if we're
Didn't
talking
that
all the way to
Vancouver team bite
2007,
someone?
right?
Huh?
If we're talking all the way to 2007, the Ducks, the 07
I
Ducks.
said the last 15 years, but
Last,
yeah.
oh, okay.
But I would still take the 25 Panthers over the 07.
25 Panthers.
That 07 Ducks wasn't.
yeah,
25
yeah.
25 Panthers or 04 Flames.
25 Panthers.
25 Panthers.
25. 04 Flames were like an 8 seed.
I know.
They
The worst
barely
part
made
too
it.
is the Panthers have built their core off of what Calgary should have been.
I would say off of what Sabres should have been.
Yeah,
Their star
they're a
players are
Sabres and Flames combined
Buffalo.
team.
Yeah.
Like Kachuk
And then
Bennett
one
were
random
supposed to
Columbus
be
guy in your
the
net.
Edmonton Killers.
Kachuk still is the Edmonton killer.
Yeah, they just
Not
they
in
couldn't
Florida.
do it. They just couldn't do it with our shit franchise, so they had to
Yeah.
go win it over in a good franchise.
Yeah, it's some absolute garbage. I wish
Can't
the
win in
Flames-
the West.
Can't win when you have Brad Treliving as your fucking general manager.
Evan has
Ask
no,
Toronto.
Evan has no ill feelings or harbored feelings against Brad Treliving.
Not even one.
I will
Not
speak
much.
for
Even
Evan on
one.
this one. Fuck Brad Treliving.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of shit for that comment too. Yeah.
What?
About Brad Treliving being a bad GM.
Oh, he's a
Leafs
horrible
fans are
GM.
going crazy
He's
after
fucking
that.
awful.
Well, because
Don't
here's
realize.
the thing. You
Well, he
wanna-
got us Anthony Stolars.
Well,
That's all
yeah,
that
he
matters.
always has some highlights. Fuck, he drafted Gaudreau.
Yeah. He's
That
good
was
at
mostly
drafting.
Conroy, though.
He's good at drafting.
No.
Conroy,
When did Treliving come in?
I think-
2013, 14?
It wasn't
Because
Gaudreau
Gaudreau was
that
12.
drafted.
Gaudreau was 13.
Was it
Gaudreau was
2012?
11.
Gaudreau was 13.
2011.
I thought it was 2012.
2011, fourth round.
See, none of us
As
know
you can
hockey.
tell, we are very knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable. All right, is that all about the Stanley Cup Finals?
Please.
Yes. Okay.
I'm ready to move.
Moving
No.
on to
Calder
watch.
Cup.
The draft is genuinely more exciting than
Actually,
I
yeah,
found
you
that
guys
cup
want to talk
final.
about that, guys?
what's
The Canucks actually won something.
You're right, he was
sir.
before
Canucks
tree
won the cup.
living. He's before tree
Yes,
living.
sir.
The Abbotsford Canucks.
That was that.
The Canucks
those games
won
were
the
fun to
cup.
watch.
With
It's
Arthur
funny.
Shelob's winning MVP.
What was
Yeah,
was
if he's,
so
not in the net by this coming season, he's
Dude,
gone.
he's good if he's not regular season. If he's not in
So,
the regular season,
what's-
he's great.
What's really funny?
What do you do
Well,
with Demko?
You trade him.
Yeah, trade him. Trade him.
You pretty much have to.
Trade
I
him,
think.
package him up with Besser.
Or do you just
I don't know.
Besser's
At the draft.
gone.
No, Besser's going to
gone.
Winnipeg.
He's free agent.
Besser's a jet.
Besser's going to
You can trade him
Winnipeg.
Isn't
That's,
Besser an FA?
I've heard
trade him
that
now, though.
he's looking at Winnipeg very
Yeah, until
heavily.
July.
It makes
I was
sense.
actually
Can you
looking at
get the deal done in 3 days?
Yes.
Think about it this way. Would you rather? I had this talk with a coworker actually. What do you guys think if Oilers went after Demko? Because you don't need Demko anymore. You have Shields coming
Oilers
up.
don't
You have
wanna go-
Lankinen.
no.
What are they gonna give me? A fucking bum?
Darnell Nurse.
Another Evander
Oh,
Kane.
They can't win a cup.
You already took Evander Kane.
You
Yeah, I
can't
know.
win the cup anyway.
He's even worse.
Yeah, I know, but they lost twice in a row.
So did Evander Kane.
Yeah. But fuck, why are we gonna make another trade?
You guys
with
lost
them for a
twice in a row in
shit-ass guy that lost?
2011. You raised the city and lost in the final.
Yeah, fuck me.
All right.
Well,
And now you're still losing from that. Ever since then, you guys have been vented out of your fucking minds.
actually, if you also
That's
think
crazy.
about it, 2 Canucks have won the cup. Shout out to Calgary Canucks with the Centennial Cup.
Yeah.
So 2 for 3 is not bad, right?
Yeah.
Anything but the real Canucks.
How's it feel that your backup team is better than your real team?
That
Same
means
with
they're the
Flames.
best backup team.
You know what's I found really funny about that is they didn't have any other carpets. So it's the Canucks literally lifted the Calder Cup over top of the Charlotte Checkers logo because they had to use Charlotte Checkers logo.
That's
on the
fucking
mats.
hilarious.
So their captain was literally standing on the Checkers logo. It didn't even go around the logo. Stood on the logo and lifted the cup.
And
in
then
front
there
of
was
them.
the
Did you see
one
the
dude
guy in
over by the penalty
background?
box.
Yeah, he's flipping off the fans.
Yep.
I've seen that a couple times with AHL champions, where they just end up giving a big old fuck you
Oh
to
wait,
the
no.
fans.
There's
I mean,
one more
they
thing to
don't
talk
care.
about with the Cup final championship.
No one's watching on TV. They can't get mad.
Yeah, the one more thing to talk about. The elite level hating that the Panthers are fucking doing after the fact.
Dude, okay.
That's
the
been
one thing I
hilarious.
fucking hate about the Panthers is they will beat you. and
Dude,
then
they
they'll
can
just talk
talk their
about it.
shit. They're
Yes,
back-to-back
but like-
champs.
Yeah, they can talk their shit.
Who gives a fuck?
AJ Greer of all people starting the "fuck the Oilers" chant was hilarious.
Fuck
Flames-
McDavid.
Flames legend.
Fuck
AJ Greer.
McDavid, chant.
Some garbage, man.
I really hope that there's no.
I'm telling you right now, if they did that in Toronto, that shit would go burn the city down.
Well,
Who fucking cares? Toronto's not winning shit anytime soon, so
All right.
One thing I will say is I really hope that the players who are going to be in that Team Canada Olympic roster were not in part of that. Fuck McDavid chant, because that'll cause some real
Oh,
issues.
they were definitely were.
Did you know?
I don't
I guess
think
Kachuk.
Ryan-
I don't think
Bennett,
so-
Marchand were blasted, so they probably did it. But
I don't.
again,
Ryanhart was pretty fucked up.
I
but
doubt
don't think he was
McDavid.
in on it.
McDavid seems like one of
Brad
those type of
Marchand
guys
is
that
trying to
doesn't give a
crawl
shit.
back into the pub.
Fucking hilarious.
Barkov pulling him out, saying, "No, dude, we're going
It has
home."
been more
Have you
entertaining
seen-
to watch the
have you guys
Panthers
seen the
celebrate
Barkov
since winning the
Summer
cup
Rae
than it
incident?
was to watch their process.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, the Summer Rae incident with
Barkov and
Barkov.
Summer Rae.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's so close to Sam Ryan.
I was trying to search Sam
I have two
Reinhart
names
on
in my
Instagram,
search-
and I
search
came
on
up
Instagram.
with Summer Rae. And now she's my favorite person.
Then there's Matthew Tkachuk. Our guy Anton Lundell's a great dude.
Yeah, wingman right there. You send him up.
See, that's the greatest teamate ever.
I just find it funny.
That's
how
why he
much-
should have been the
teammate.
captain in Calgary.
All right.
Oh.
Just on and off. Who?
It's still so funny to me, like having Marchand having the Oilers logo with losers in it, just
Yeah.
pointing down and pointing back up.
It's just getting toxic at this point.
Oh, it's a little much. It's a
Thanking
little
all
much.
the
I'm all
teams that
for it.
drafted.
that
was
was
funny
fucking
as
That was funny
hilarious.
as shit.
I was
He
just
thanked the
going
waiver
through
wire
Instagram
from
one day,
Lundell.
end up on Marchand's story, and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be here a while. Start tapping through. I get to the two Jets ones, and I'm like, thanks. Yeah. Don't give a fuck about Nate Schmidt, but Paul Maurice does hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, congratulations to Jets legend Nate Schmidt on his Stanley Cup championship. Best Panther there was.
When you guys were watching the Stanley Cup parade, they were interviewing Barkov, and they had some no-name third goalie go around with the Stanley Cup. Who they already, or two goalies already ran around with the cup, so I don't know who he was, but then he was traded yesterday. Tarasov.
Oh, Tarasov. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who that guy was when he was moving the cup around, and then because we already saw two goalies. So
Tarasov just got traded to
Yeah,
Florida.
oh,
Yeah, he got
Florida?
traded
Oh,
to
sorry,
Florida, yeah,
sorry.
Columbus.
Okay, then there was
Yeah.
some other.
It was some random
while
fucking
Reinhart
dude.
was being.
Didn't they let
interviewed.
their e-bug lift it because their e-bug helped?
That's what I was
just saying.
Yeah, it was their e-bug.
I don't know because there's a third
That's
goalie
crazy.
dress because I was watching it. They're interviewing Barkov and there's a third goalie going out the puck and or the cup. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Just going full Conor
Don't let
McGregor.
anyone
Who
lift the puck there.
fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah. Okay. Before we move on to the draft, I wanted to talk about the new CBA. They're going to increase games from 82 to 84.
Yeah, I heard they're
And lower the preseason to 4 games.
Yeah.
What do you
and-
guys think about that?
I think
Fuck
that's-
that. They're changing the LTIR. That's the important shit.
Yeah, they actually do. But with the preseason, one thing I like they're doing, they're lowering the preseason to 4 games, but they're also making it so returning players can only play 2 games. So you're limited on your returning players, so it gives those guys who are trying to crack the roster more chances.
Yeah, they do play most of the time though.
Yeah,
But
but
now
like,
you have
okay,
less
going
games
into the
to do
season,
that?
you kind of know who you have on your roster,
Well, yeah, of course.
right?
I also just don't fucking like the idea of the extra 2 games. I think 82 is too many, to be honest with you.
No.
Same here.
82 to me is fine.
I think 82 is fine.
I could care less.
I don't mind
more hockey,
84,
more
but-
hockey to watch.
I don't mind 84 personally, but I don't care.
Yeah, I think
One thing I do want to see.
Season already-
Although that means I gotta
so
watch
late
2
in
more
the
games
summer.
with the Calgary
I
Flames.
know, but
so
we already
maybe
we
not.
had 30 teams in 82 games. Now we have 32 teams, 84 games is fine.
Yeah, one thing.
As long as I don't give a fuck how many games we played. They gotta redraw how many times we play teams. Like the Flames be playing the Oilers at least 6 times a year.
Yeah.
We did 3 times. And it was done before New Year's. Like that's criminal. I don't
That
care
is
if the Flames are getting blown out every
At
time.
least
At
spread
least
it out
4.
a little more.
You should
Give
have
the
at
good
least
rivalries
4
like
games.
Toronto, Montreal should play. I mean, I haven't. I'm sure
Toronto,
they
Boston.
play very similar.
I want to see
Yeah,
more Toronto,
Montreal,
Florida.
Boston.
I don't care about that one as much. One thing I did find
Just
actually-
because of the Sam Bennett elbow, I want to see
One
that
thing
rivalry
I
turn
would
into
like
They
to
did nothing about it. That's the worst.
They won't
part.
do anything about it. It'd be
Because they have fucking Ryan Reeves. This is their only.
Their captain is
He's
Austin
not-
Matthews, the softest fucking player in the NHL.
Captain doesn't have to be the biggest hitter.
No, but he should be willing to do something to stand up for his teammates.
No, if it depends on who's the captain is.
There's a reason I like
Matthews-
Adam Lowry.
Adam Lowry is like 6'6".
Austin
And not
Matthews
a goal
is a big
scorer.
boy. He scored more playoff goals than
Yeah,
Austin
but
Matthews.
Think about it this way though. Austin Matthews didn't score goals. He gets in a fight and
and he still doesn't fucking do it
no,
when it
just
matters.
let me fucking finish.
Yeah, he doesn't
buddy.
score when he should be, but he should be scoring.
But
in
his-
You
the
know
fight.
what
but his-
does? Adam Lowry.
But his. But as I'm trying to fucking say, if you don't interrupt me every 2 minutes,
God, you're such a
guy's
big
the
Winnipeg
Jets,
dick rider
Oh
that
my
it
God,
overrides
man.
me defending the
Biggest-
Leafs.
yeah, dude. All I'm saying is that Matthews' whole job is to score goals. If he breaks his hand, he can't score goals. That's part. Like, if you think his coach is not getting mad at him, like, fuck me, dude.
Matthews'
logically,
role
buddy.
isn't to be a fourth line grinder.
His-
Like,
his-
okay, no, it's the same thing.
Crosby. He's gotten what, one fight, and that fight was a
gotten
wrestling
into a
match.
fight.
Look at Reinhardt. You think Reinhardt's obviously he plays with grit, but he's not the grittiest guy on that team.
Look at Barkov. Barkov doesn't fight.
Are we
Right?
comparing
No, but
Matthews
Barkov most
2 and 3
definitely
times
does
Stanley
hit
Cup
people.
champion?
no, but
He
no, I'm
hits
comparing
people,
the
but he doesn't
roles.
fight.
I'm comparing. The
I'm not
roles.
looking for Matthews to fight
You're not
someone.
gonna
I
ask
want
Sam Reinhart
a
to play the
response
same role that
would
AJ
be
Greer
a
does.
big hit. Hit something. He's
Again,
a
it's your
big
skilled
he is-
player. Your
So is
skilled
Barkov, and he hits things.
Barkov is Barkov's a Selkie player. His role is to hit things.
Apparently, according to Leafs fans, Matthews is every year.
No,
He
but,
could
but,
be.
But Barkov,
If he would hit things.
but
Barkov's role is to hit
Barkov
things.
never blows up anyone. He hits on the boards to get the puck. He hits smart. He's not a blow up guy.
You
That's
should do
what
your
Austin
role to
Matthews
get back. Do
did,
you expect Ryan Reeves to do his role as going to score goals? No, you want him to
I
fight
expect
someone.
Ryan Reeves to sit in the press box.
He did that very well this year. That's
He
my
did.
point. You got to do what
Reeves
they're good
did
at.
played his
Matthews
role
should
perfectly.
be scoring.
But he's not doing that, so I think he should be doing something else as a captain.
Yeah.
That's why I bring up examples like Barkov.
Do you see Kylan scoring goals in hockey?
Do you see Kylan wearing a C?
Yo, he's actually kind of nasty.
He did.
He's actually kind of nasty.
To
though.
be fair,
My
my
point
God,
I'll
is
be honest.
that Kylan's role is to hit people and
I'll
stop
be
pucks from
honest.
going in the net. You don't
Kylan
expect
is
him to-
really good when there's no contact.
At
It's
offensively, yes.
because he's
offensively.
260 pounds. No one can knock him
Your
off the puck.
defensive game is so much worse when there's no contact.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck to do, dude. I'm like, I want to fucking hit him, and I
so
can't. Dude.
bad.
I'm like, I can't take their body out.
Buddy, go
Like,
to
what am I gonna
forward at
do?
this point. Go to forward
No,
at this
we need
point.
more
No,
defense.
we do
My,
need him on
my
the
stick
ball.
checking's not
Me
bad. it's
playing
just not
fucking
great.
goaltender realizes we have one true defenseman on this team.
And who's that?
This guy.
That guy, yeah.
Like
I'm
Parker was legitimately our best
defensive-
forward last
Andrew? Andrew is so...
Dude,
year. No!
Fuck, I love him. I love him, but he doesn't play defense.
Bacon! Play some fucking defense for once in your fucking
It
life,
drives me
please!
insane when he starts gunning it up my wing, and I'm just like, what's happening? You don't even have the puck.
Gunning is a strong word.
I'm giving
Leisurely
it the benefit
skating.
of the doubt.
Leisurely skating.
Going as
But
fast
no,
as
The
he
back check
physically
is
can.
wild.
But no, one thing I don't
The
wanna
back
talk
check is non-existent.
about. Okay. Let's get back on topic here.
No, Andrew Bacon is the worst
Sam
defender on this
Bennett is a
planet.
Hall of Famer.
Probably.
Actually?
Honestly, knowing the NHL.
I like it. But what I was gonna say is with the CBA, one thing I also want to talk about is about full-time EBUG goaltenders. So they sign a goaltender. He's a full-time emergency backup goaltender. He fills in practices. He gets paid. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's
I'm
awesome.
going to the league.
I mean, they make enough money, so...
Let's give Arthur Shelovs a new job, baby.
Yeah, if he's not a starter or a backup by next year, he's gonna request a trade.
Yeah.
Same thing.
If they try to send him down to the AHL, he has to clear waivers.
You're in a Wolf
Is he
situation.
27 next year?
I think so.
You're now.
All I know is he does have
sure
to
he's
clear
way
waivers
younger than
next
that.
year.
Why would he? Is he on two-way? I guess it doesn't matter.
Also,
Probably going
let's.
into a one-way
I
next year.
want to take a moment to gloat. Me and Evan can take a moment to gloat. Okay.
Why?
There was a time, and we can flip back to the clip.
24. He doesn't have to clear waivers.
There was a time
I think
when
he's going to a one-way.
when Mr.
That doesn't
Ali
matter, it's just your
Murgy,
salary.
Mr. Ali Murgy said that Dustin Wolf could not get one Hart vote.
Oh, one heart and a Vesna, baby!
And he got
Fuck
both!
you!
Fuck you! Fuck you! You sucked.
This guy thinks Montembeau's the shit because he won a Four Nations
Okay.
trophy.
Without playing a minute of the game.
In my defense,
I'm being dressed, dude.
I said it's easier to get a Vesna vote than a Hart vote.
He got both.
Yeah,
He did get both.
but he got a third place Vesna vote.
He got a third place.
Oh, he
Vezina
deserved
vote.
that, 100%,
He got-
yeah.
Was it a first place Hart vote?
It was a fifth
No, it
place.
was fifth place.
Fifth? Okay.
But he got a Hart vote.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But honestly, there was an argument there, so I can't even be
You
mad.
denied
You
the
denied
argument.
the argument. You argued with us for 20
You made,
minutes
you
about
made
this.
the counter argument.
I was wrong. What can I say?
Goalies. Speaking of goalies.
Hey, and we're blowing over the fact that he came
I just
second
thought
in
since
in
he was
rookie.
a rookie, there'd be a lot of bias towards
Second
him.
in Calder voting too. We haven't even talked about that yet.
Yeah. Besides, who's number one again?
Yeah, well, we knew he was gonna be number one. He fucking
The
historic
secondary
season.
assist man.
We're
Yeah.
talking
Can't do shit in the
about
playoffs.
a legendary defenseman.
Tiny little
Not-
man.
Not my Calder winner.
We're
18.
talking future.
Tiny little man.
He's bigger than you.
Probably. Still tiny. He's short. I'm taller than him. I've got
He's
that.
got like 50
He's
pounds
making
on him.
$800,000 right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving back to CBA. One more thing. There's two more things I want to talk about.
Yep.
CBA.
I've
First
got
off,
my Hart trophy.
dress codes. No player dress codes.
I don't give a fuck.
No
Yes.
player dress code.
Just for them to wear no ties.
It'd be no ties. I like them wearing like a golf shirt.
Be casual.
I don't mind
It doesn't
that.
matter.
I just don't want them showing up in like
you think-
jeans and a t-shirt.
Do you
like
think
Adam
we're gonna
Sandler.
get the
don't
NBA
care.
fashion going here now?
No.
I don't think.
I think
I'm
Austin
pleased to
Matthews
judge
is
what
going to
they show
try,
up
and
in.
then no one's going to follow him.
Only
'cause
one who's
he
ever close.
does-
The only one that could pull it off would be Pasternak.
Now, I will say I'm not really okay. Looking back at it, suits are so classic in hockey
They are.
Yeah.
that I feel you should.
I don't
keep
like
it.
it.
I do not give a shit.
Imagine
But
they
I
start
could
doing like
fuck-
You
NBA
don't even
fits
see
stuff.
them with a suit on.
Because that's the thing is NBA has always had this like they've made the fashion kind of part of their brand. The NHL it's suits, and I feel like we should keep it in suits because it's not. We're not an individual sport like
Does it
basketball.
matter?
Let's be honest. It doesn't. But I just feel like suits are more classic.
Yeah,
Again,
How often do you see it?
It's supposed to be a
social
gentleman's
media.
game,
Dude,
as
Patty
evident
Laine,
of Brad
Pasternak,
Marchand's
they have
social
some
media
sweet
posts.
suits.
Yeah.
So. you know,
Okay, next
That's
thing.
why we wear suits.
The next thing, the last one that I saw was the contract lengths are changing. So maximum 6 years for free agents, maximum 7 years for re-signing.
I
Making
like that. You
contracts
gotta
shorter.
have an incentive to re-signing. I like
Nah,
what
I
the
do
NBA
like
does.
that.
I want to give somebody a
No, I love it.
retro
I love it.
contract.
I love it.
As a Flames
I
fan
want
who
that
was burned by
20-year
free agents many
contract.
times in the
Parker
past, I like
Vergeo.
this.
Yeah.
I think they should still keep it 8. It should be 6
I agree.
6 years free agent, 8 years for
I think
Signing.
8 years is a good.
I don't mind 7 years re-signing, but I think 6 years free
because
agent.
you
is
need
better.
to
I
have
think
you
7
need
years
to
free.
have a benefit to re-signing.
That
Like,
is fair, but you have that extra year, so
It's 1 year. I mean, yeah. If you're testing free agency, most of the time you've already made a couple million and you're a set player.
That is fair.
Like the 1 year might not make the biggest.
So
difference.
if I'm like the Oilers right now, I try to sign McDavid at again it is McDavid, but like you want to try to get that 8 year.
What's max
Well,
term? Is it still 8 years?
It's still 8 years.
It's still
until
8 years till
26,
26,
26, 27 is 8 years.
But
Oh,
here's
yeah,
the thing.
contracts
I did see something. I think it was Puck Empire posted it. You're pretty much getting extremely short term out of McDavid for the next couple
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate.
I think he'll sign a 4 year.
I think
Maybe even
I
a 2
think
year.
I wouldn't be
I think it
surprised
depends
if
if they
it's
get a goalie.
2-2-2-2.
If they can get a goalie, then maybe he'll stay longer. But I don't think so.
I think he'll be the last
I
player to sign
think
this
the way
summer.
he was talking in his exit interview,
He was so upset with the coaching.
he
Do you
sounded
think
done.
Chris Knobloch's a good coach? Or is he carried by good players?
I think he's carried by good players.
I don't think he's a bad coach.
But
I don't think
but
he's
here's
a
the
great
thing. Here's
coach.
the
Really
thing. Here's
hard-
the thing. You could say
It's hard
that.
to say because his whole coaching career in the NHL has been with McDavid and Draisaitl.
You could say, but then
Back-to-back
but
Stanley
look,
Cup
but then
finals.
look at Jay Woodcroft. Jay Woodcroft's whole NHL
Yeah,
coaching
but you
career was
never
just
know.
with
Jay
those guys,
Woodcroft
and he only got to
should
the
Now,
finals.
to be fair, Dominique Ducharme did make the finals in his first year. There is an argument there.
Didn't he get fired within
I think
12
every
months of
coach
that
is
too?
carried by the players a little bit.
Half a
Like,
year.
look at Paul Maurice. He was a great coach, but couldn't do shit in Winnipeg. And
'Cause
then he goes
Winnipeg
to
shit.
Florida, still a great coach, but now he's got better players.
Yeah.
He wins. Like
The players just didn't want to play his brand of hockey in Winnipeg. We want more of that skill game, which I disagree with.
Pussies.
Have you seen what Kyle Connor looks like off the ice?
Okay,
Yeah, it
is
looks
there
like a
anything else you
giraffe.
want to
Happened
talk
to that
about the
Dustin
CBA
Byfuglien,
anymore?
Blake Wheeler, Winnipeg, huh?
Was there any other big
Blake
changes?
Wheeler was a
Huh?
CBA.
so many.
You guys
I don't
words
think that was
that I
it.
cannot
No?
say on the
Oh, well, they were talking. We didn't even mention the long-term injury
He
reserve
pushed
change.
Line out.
Yeah, LTR, what do you guys think about that?
thanks.
Greatest.
He
thing.
spiraled
I
down
don't
his
think there
career.
should be no cap
I
in
don't
playoffs,
like it.
and I was fine
That's
with-
what I.
That's
okay,
ridiculous.
yes, we got a cup off of my team. Got a cup off of that, but even I
didn't say my
disagreed
team.
with it. Fuck you guys. Just fuck off for once in your life.
You beat my team on the way to that cup. I have rights.
Yeah, you can do that.
I still whooped your team. I'll forever hold that.
Yeah,
That was so fucking
Such-
great.
we got goalie by Carey Price.
The best part was I had a
You mean
class.
like we got
that was
bullied
the one
in 2018
semester where I had a
by
class with you.
I know. We got goalied by Carey Price, and then
Shout out Marc-Andre
In the-
Fleury coming home.
in the Marc-Andre Fleury through, and then we also had what's it called? That was Mickey Mouse Stanley Cup Finals. Anyways, it's fine.
Which one?
2021.
2021, the bubble.
Not a bubble. They were in their
21
arenas.
wasn't the. Well, I guess
2020 was the bubble. 21 was the Canadian division.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm fine with that.
So yeah,
The
I think-
Canadian division was fun.
I feel
was
like
sick.
okay.
It was
If you
That was so
increase
awesome.
the playoff cap, like by like
In my
3-4 million.
opinion, because they expand the roster slots by 2, so you can carry 24 instead of 22 guys. The roster should go up by 5 mil or 3 mil apiece, maybe, because that means.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Because the 2 expanded roster slots isn't to add a fucking superstar; it's to add another third liner.
Yeah, it's
because
to add depth.
everyone's
Add
gonna
a
break.
depth
Someone's gonna
player.
break a sternum. So you add 2 players like 3 million AAV. That's like, I guess before today, that's like 2 Connor Garlands you could add.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge. I'm fine with that because
And
then
2
there's
Connor
still,
Garland.
because there's still a cap space that you
Great for a
can't
team like a
abuse
Florida.
the long-term injury reserve. But
Yeah.
in the regular season, if you have a player who's going to be out for a third of the year, you shouldn't be forced to eat their cap because you still have to make. You still have to win fucking games. So I'm fine if they don't have. I'm fine with the long-term injury reserve rules in the regular season. Just by come playoffs, like the start day, I don't know. Like I guess if the season ends April 17th and the playoffs start the 20th, the night before you got to be under that cap or something. Whenever you set your rosters, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whatever rules they do for regular season with cap, they should do. But I'm fine with that.
All right. I think this is gonna be the first part of many. Yeah. It's gonna leave it there.